Touchdown, Alabama! Jameers it across his body to Gibbs on the money. Check this out right here. Young's dead to rights. Boom, flips around, dime, touchdown.
You hear the sound, you know what's going down. Draft Profiles back again. We take a look at former Heisman Trophy winner, Alabama former great, Bryce Young. You heard the magical call there. Crevonte, Bryce Young, probably the number one quarterback that will come off the board and probably the number one pick in the draft.
Yeah. Like I was saying in the CJ Stroud one, they've been going back and forth, flipping back and forth between who's the favorite, but I think it's a foregone conclusion that Bryce Young is going to be the number one overall pick for the Carolina Panthers.
Out of Pasadena, California, junior, 5'10", 204 pounds, 31.5-inch arms, 9 3/4-inch hands, former Heisman Trophy winner, and he was the Gatorade Player of the Year in California. And he actually sat behind Mac Jones when they won a national championship, took over in 2021 and won the Heisman Trophy. Crevonte, he's even been compared a little bit to Patrick Mahomes. What do you think when you see Bryce Young?
I see Bryce Young probably more comparable, probably because of his size to Drew Brees. He is out of all the quarterbacks, including my guy CJ Stroud, he's probably the most pro ready. Natural, leader, really calm, has a really calm demeanor no matter what's going on in the play. Play's going good, play's going well. The drive's going good, drive's going well. He is pretty calm, even killed, and that's very, very important at the next level because it's going to get stressful on Sundays. It's going to get stressful whether Sunday afternoon, Sunday night, Monday night, Thursday night. It's going to be rowdy, and keeping his poise is going to be very important at the next level. Obviously, he was in a pro style offense, and he was required to read the entire field. That's something, kind of the other offense not really geared to. I noticed in college sometimes they kind of cut off half the field, so to make the reads a little bit more easier for the quarterback. But Alabama ran a pro style offense, and Bryce Young had to read the entire field. So that's great moving it to the next level. The film speaks for itself. The guy is damn accurate. He puts the ball where he needs to. I think another intangible that a lot of people don't talk about is that he moves his eyes really well to help manipulate the defense to where he wants them to go to complete his passes. And as a result, he keeps his turnovers low, which is also great moving to the next level because, listen, turnovers are a killer. Ask anybody, ask any team. So yeah, he's probably the most ready quarterback to play day one. Now, the obvious for his negatives, weaknesses, if you will. He's small. He is small. He is small. You rate off his weight at 204. I heard 188. I heard 194. Excuse me. I don't know what this guy weighs, and he's 5'10". So it's going to be very, very concerning at the next level because one hit, man. One hit. We don't want to have to hold our breaths every time he gets hit and he goes flying, like we do with, our Laker brethren and Anthony Davis. We don't want to have to gas or cover our eyes when he's about to get hit. So it's going to be important at the next level for whoever picks them, and it looks like it's going to be Carolina Panthers. You're going to have to protect him. One thing Bryce Young isn't going to do is put himself in harm's way. I think he's done a great job at that. And honestly, he's been 5'10" his whole life. You know what I'm saying? He had one, I believe he had one injury at Alabama, but he's good for the most part. I think he's great at decision making. He has some of the same positives as CJ Stroud, minus the height. Minus about 20 pounds and minus about 5-6 inches. You know what I'm saying? If Bryce Young was 6'3", 6'4", he probably be near a perfect prospect because that's the only negative we really have for him. And one more, if I can nitpick, just so with CJ I had two, with Bryce Young I had two. Sometimes he leans back a little bit when he's throwing the ball and kind of throwing off his back foot, and those balls will get intercepted. At the next level. Sometimes it sails and he doesn't have enough power to get it where it needs to go safely. But any quarterback's coach will get that cleaned up and he'll be ready to go. But like I said, probably one of the most pro-ready guys we've seen probably since Trevor Lawrence, where, yeah, he's going to be good at the next level. The only thing we worry about is his measurables are a little on the shorter end, but protect him. If you protect him, he'll be all right. And he's not the first short quarterback to be drafted and lead an organization. So that's also in his favor. But the boy's a baller and he's a winner, Heisman Trophy winner.
So Carolina at number one, all but guaranteed. You think it's a good fit? Frank Wright's there. They got a couple pieces. Miles Sanders. They did trade DJ Moore, but Thielen and DJ Chark and a lot of young defensive players took a Kwanu last year at the tackle position. So trying to build up some things in Carolina. And the NFC South is maybe wide open, really.
The NFC South is absolutely wide open with Tom Brady's retirement. Yes, it's absolutely wide open. Before the draft, well, pre-draft, which is where we're at now, Derek Carr going to the Saints probably makes them the slight favorite. Bryce Young going to the Panthers, he's still going to have some bumps and bruises. I don't think he's going to come in firing and looking amazing week one. You know what I'm saying? There's still going to be some things that he has to learn and some bumps and bruises that he's going to get. Hopefully, that's figuratively and not literally. But anybody with Frank Wright is going to be good at quarterback. Frank Wright is going to make you better. Frank Wright is a hell of a quarterback whisperer, and he's a pretty good coach as well. So as long as he's been doing what he's been doing his entire year, is empowering your quarterback and giving him the tool that he needs to be successful, and that's what Frank Wright does. So I foresee Bryce Young having a solid to above average, maybe even an all-pro career.
Sound off in the comments. Let us know your thoughts on Bryce Young. Should he be the number one quarterback taken? What does he translate in the NFL? Crevonte has a Drew Brees comparison. I think that's fair. He has the escapability and the improvisation of a Mahomes type as well, maybe Russell Wilson. So it'll be intriguing to see what happens. And Alabama quarterbacks, we talked about Ohio State quarterbacks, don't always have the best track record either.
That ain't that something. And it looks like they're about to go number one and number two. But I think he does a good job at staying in the pocket because I think he understands that he's 5'10" and he's barely. I think that 204. I think you're being very generous with that. He's barely scratching the surface of 200 pounds, and everybody out there on the other side of the ball is over 200 pounds. And I think he knows it's in his best interest to stay in the pocket.
Well, stay with us here on the Flex Zone Sound Off. Let us know your thoughts on Bryce Young, and we'll be back with more Crevonte, right?